character because he's the only one who's given the description to me, actually.
I see. You're talking about for the Goblin game on Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Friends, countrymen, Romans, lend me your ears. Welcome to episode 6 of the Stars Without Numbers game. This will be our last Stars Without Numbers game for a good while. I'll explain why after our introductions, so that all those fools who skip our good timey talks will also be filled in. I'd also like to say hello to Charlie in the chat. He's here to harass Connor, which is always a good time.
Yes.
I mean, really, where would we be without harassing Connor Hughes? It's been, God, how long has it been since we've had a show? Like 3-4 weeks?
Something like that.
Feels like it's been a really long, and it's been a very long time since we played Stars Without Numbers. We stand on the precipice of doom, really. And instead of talking about that, I should mention that I am what some might call not deathly ill, but ill. And so the stream may abruptly end at any time with me getting up and leaving and not returning. So just be aware that might happen. The other thing I have to mention is that in the time since our last episode, I tricked Connor and Bearded into getting it a fake Grand Order. Bearded has like literally dived in from the highest diving board. He's making fake Grand Order fan art. He's making art prints to go sell at conventions. We got him. Connor, I don't know, has made any fan art yet, but it seems like he's chugging away at a pretty good pace. Bearded is definitely further ahead in the storyline, but Connor is higher level because Connor is continuously investing in experience points.
Yep, I'm playing the metagame.
He is playing the metagame. Well, you need to meta your ass straight out of Orleans so that you can do the Halloween game, so that you can get a free 4-star saber.
Am I far enough to do the Halloween campaign?
Did you finish Orleans?
I don't think so.
Then no. You just have to finish Orleans in the next few days. You got like 2 or 3 days.
Sick.
I'm close. I mean, it depends on how much bathroom time I have.
Bathroom time. I love it. Friends, you should know that Bearded and Connor both have very similar interests in waifus. They went different directions, but they both chose very similar servants. I'm speaking, of course, of the AoE-type Buster Noble Phantasms that they both picked, and not any physical attributes that their servants may definitely hugely share.
Hugely share.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm openly mocking the two. Now, Cotton, I will pass intros to you. What do you got?
Hi, I'm Cotton. I doodle and stuff. Game of Thrones launched on Sundays. If you want to watch that, I think it's on his YouTube.
It is.
I think that's the only thing exciting that happened to me this week.
Well, I mean, we did have that complicated ethical and moral discussion where Pondo schooled me on Monday, and then because Lexi's headphones broke, I deleted it, and no one will ever hear that discussion and how badly Pondo if this was a basketball game, Pondo dunked on me like 4 times in a row, and the coach put me back on the bench. It was bad. I haven't been schooled that hard in a while. Cotton, I hear you trying to walk away from your duties as a server administrator, but my understanding is since the last episode, you have begun running a Discord play-by-post of Pokemon. Is that right?
Oh, that's right. It's officially launches on September 20th. But if you want to join, you can just message me or Pondo. You can catch us on the AP's Discord, and I'll send you the link to mine. You can message me on Twitter, or you could just ask in chat.
Cool.
Lots of options.
I would hate for you to forget that is a thing that you have.
I
Because you do
that.
often.
I do often forget that.
I just want to see this play-by-post succeed because you have given me the option of showing up and playing a shitposting NPC. So I just want to make sure I have time to shitpost on people and show up and be like, that's right, Team Rocket may or may not be involved. What's it worth to you?
Classic Team Rocket.
Classic Team Rocket.
I actually like Team Rocket. That was my favorite part.
Well, they're always blasting off. You'd figure at some point they would have to learn to not blast off.
Or get
Again.
parachutes.
I think they do have parachutes several times. I mean, assumably they live, so there must be some mechanism.
Thick bones.
Plot armor.
Cotton, I will remind you that on this show, I do not direct intros after the first one.
I forgot that you did that on this show. Let's go to Connor because he looks busy.
Oh no.
Wow, you have learned well from me. I am
Yeah.
so proud right now.
Yeah, folks. My name is Connor Hughes. I draw comics on Twitch. Getting back into a schedule here, so I'll be there probably 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and you can join me then. I'm looking forward to this game. We may be stuck in a small room that's easily blown up by, say, a grenade, but I think I'm feeling good about this. I'm liking our chances.
Like that grenade thing is 100% happening, so you have to know that.
But I got psych power. I'm gonna try and bounce it back.
We'll see how that works for you, friend.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
I've been excited for this game. I'm also excited to get back to a D&D game after this. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation.
The
That's
last
pretty
time
bomb.
we had a combat on this show, Kaisuke was still alive. I just had to clear the initiative order, and I was like, Kaisuke, who the fuck is that? That must have been the literal first combat we had.
First and only.
Wow.
Guard since.
That
Wow.
was so long ago.
Honestly, I mean, I never quite got past Kaisuke, like character, like being in character-wise. Like I sort of stayed in him, even though he's dead. You know, I didn't quite make it into Hush. I think as much as I should. Kush.
Well, I mean,
So it's like Pacific Rim where his brother dies, but you still feel him in the rift.
Yeah, just like that. So deep.
well, we may
Or never
return to
change.
this campaign at some point in the future, so
Yeah.
So keep your notes.
So war never changes.
So keep your inventory sharp.
And Bearded, what's going on with you?
there we go. I knew you'd get to it eventually.
Yeah, we were all waiting for it.
I'm like, there's a eerie silence here, and I'm not doing something right.
What's up, guys? I'm beardedjalapno. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and many Discords, including my own APs and sometimes Connor's. I'm gonna trying to get into a regular stream schedule again, but retail has told me otherwise. But I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can, all the while doing D&D and whatnot. So you can find me there. What about you, Shep?
Hi everyone, I'm robSHEPart on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the whole thing. I draw D&D creatures, monsters, characters, commissions, all that kind of good stuff. And I'll be streaming. I'm back streaming finally, so I'll be streaming tonight after the show. And back to you, AP.
Okay. Do we have anything else we need to cover? Any it feels like it's been so long, but I don't know if there's any specific topic we need to cover.
I think Fate Grand Order is pretty much our entire time off, right?
I mean, that's just you and Connor. Who knows what Shep is up to, and you know, Cotton is always doing something.
My real life stories are not worth mentioning much.
Oh boy, listen to this guy over here. Look, guys, when we were doing discussions about what show we would go to next or what system we go to next, Shep is like, look, I know my vote counts less than everybody else's, but we formed this group as a D&D group, and I was like, you know what? That's exactly correct. That's 100% right. We're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm
He's
ready for it.
He's always like, my vote counts less. My art's not as good. And I'm like, shut up. Shh. Shh.
But I can't. You know what? Maybe I'm overly realistic, but damn, it's hard to compete with these guys. Look at them. Look how well they draw. I'm trying though.
I'm loving this goblin, man. You gotta
Look,
keep
all of you confuse me. I see you drawing pictures and I'm like, I cannot even draw a straight stick figure, guys. How do you do this shit? How do you do it? Look at my art. My art is literally preformed boxes, and the doors are still not straight, even though I use the line tool to make them.
If you want to make a straight line, use your elbow. That's some advice.
Listen to this guy. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll teach you how to draw." And I'm like, "Connor, I'm trying to learn how to draw my entire life."
We gotta get you one of those how to draw anime books.
I need to stick to macaroni art. That's where I'm at, right? Glitter paintings with the glue. That's where I'm at.
That's why
I think we got to start with the shapes that you like, and I think I know what kind of shapes those might be.
Really, Connor? Why don't you illuminate me as to what you believe that I like?
I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to speak for you. I'm just saying.
You apparently just did. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think I might know, but
you'll think for him, but not speak for him.
I'm just saying. I think I might know, not that I know what he's thinking.
I totally want to know what you're thinking now.
I want to know what you're thinking too.
That's okay.
I feel like I'm about to be gravely insulted by Conorhughes.
How could I be insulted?
Right before a combat too.
Is any preference really insulting? I mean,
is any preference really insulting?
Yes. I mean, I guess some
yeah,
are.
there are several preferences that are
like a lot.
gravely insulting.
But, come on.
I'm curious, what kind of preferences do you ascribe to me, Connor?
The kind that fake Grand Order appeals to.
So you mean swords and cool guns and a broom that turns into a sniper rifle? That's what you think my preferences are, correct?
Who wouldn't be? I love all those things. I didn't even know there were guns.
Yeah, a couple of servants have guns. Billy the Kid, Artoria Maid Rider, Summer. That is a very long servant name. Not as long as Jean d'Arc Santa Lily Altar.
I didn't realize my servant would be like rolling into combat on a horse. She's looking pretty diesel.
Oh, you're talking about Lancer Artoria Altar? Yeah, man. She and the horse get bigger as she skills up a little bit.
Huge.
Yeah, I know, they're very big. Gorgon is also fucking enormous.
Yeah,
well, I'm gonna have to. I think Kelts has.
You should wait until the Gorgon boss battle. She doesn't even fit on the screen.
Yeah,
you just fight a small portion of Gorgon.
I think Kelsa is rocking Gorgon right now, so I guess I'll try her out.
I mean, Gorgon, very popular servant, hugely popular, enormous, especially among the bearded jalapno community. All right, look, it's time to talk about the future. None of these folks here know what I'm about to say because I haven't overall discussed it with them. But I have hinted at things. After this combat, these folks, I assume it'll take an hour or two. The first half of the show, let's say. Maybe even less than that. After that, we'll be, doing one of those, and this is the continuing adventures. And we'll be talking about the next campaign we'll be doing. So I have a problem. Who knows if Bearded can make it regularly? Sometimes Cotton is sick or has a medical appointment or anything like that. Connor sometimes has artwork he has to do. I don't know that Shep's ever non-present. I think he's here pretty much.
Yeah, once or twice I've had to.
Yeah, once or twice. And who knows when Mick's going to get back because that keeps getting pushed back. So, what we need is a way to play D&D together. I am of the opinion that all players must be present for the game in order to have it happen. Because if you advance the story without someone's character, that character ends up getting dragged along. It gets played by someone else. It's usually not accurate. Combat becomes harder. People miss stuff. And the audience doesn't like it. And I can't be 100% sure of that, but I like to run shows the way I watch other tabletop role-playing game shows. And when I see a show where someone's gone, I know, shit, this is going to be a light episode. Nothing of importance will happen. There's no way that a GM or host pushes that content forward without the person present. So, how do we get around this? The answer, my friends, is West Marches. Yes, West Marches. I don't see a glimmer of recognition from anybody, even Cotton.
No.
All right. West Marches is a style of gameplay where every adventure takes place in the same town and general area. It's a frontier town in the middle of nowhere. There's like a inn or a very small adventuring guild or a mercenary hall where everyone gathers and discusses where they're going to go on their next adventure. You have a rotating cast of players and characters and a giant hex map to explore. So everyone is assumed to have been either banished or outcast or seeking adventure life in the West Marches, which are the very westernmost part of whatever land that you're in. It's a frontier land. No one knows what lies beyond it. There's weird haunted shit. Monsters attack all the time. It's a wild lifestyle. And at the end of every episode, you return to town. No matter what's happening, you back out and return to town. Why is this important? Because it makes it easy for us to do swapping players up. Because you get 90% of the way through a dungeon, and then you're like, okay, we have to retreat because it's the end of the episode. Then, next episode, maybe Bearded can't make it. You go back out again with a different person. Let's say Mick can make it that episode. We still have a show. We still have a continuing storyline, but Bearded's character is busy getting drunk at the tavern, or maybe he's just in a very Darkest Dungeon way, like praying at a sanitarium, or just literally attempting to enjoy life in any way possible after encountering the dark horrors.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
gonna say,
West
just like
Marches.
I was gonna mention Darkest Dungeon. It's
Yes.
just like
West Marches is interesting. It's
is
very
it a game
open-ended.
or is it?
It is a
part of
style
the-
of play for D&D type games. I believe it was originally designed for 3.5. I've run a couple of West Marches styles games. It got very popular when the roleplay did a show literally called The West Marches. Friend of the show, Eric Vulgaris, did like a 45-minute breakdown of how to run a West Marches game. So anyway, the second half of this episode will be us sitting down, talking about the kind of world that we want to live in, and the kind of characters that we want to play. And of course, it should be noted that this world will be fucking brutal. Death will be everywhere. You're not going to be handheld through this thing. Like, if you go someplace, all of the places on the map that will be displayed for you will have content, and that content will not be matched to your level. If you're like, I want to go to the Dragon's Den because it's nearby, and the dragon shows up and is like, I literally breathe sheets of fire and can call lightning from the sky, and you're like, this seems like something we can do.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
It's the worst that could happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're like, okay, I think we can handle 3 or 4 zombies, let's go do the zombie mission. And you get there, and there's a whole abandoned village full of dozens of zombies. And you're like, yeah, I think we can clear this. And, like, half the party is being eaten on. That's pretty typical West Marches. Players get in over their heads. So,
That sounds awesome.
I
I'm looking
think it
forward
would
to
be an interesting way to play going forward.
I'm down.
Yep.
After that, according to my schedule, Mick will return with us permanently on November the 5th.
that. Okay.
At that time, I would like to ask Cotton to return to being a permanent guest member. We'll give her like some sort of magical item that allows her to bounce between being with Hal and being with the party. I know Divinity Original Sin had these little like pyramid stone thingies that you could use to go to your partner, something like that. And so she would show up, and we would have her on like 1 to 2 weeks a month. And that would still leave us with kind of the main storyline revolving around the 4 heroes. It would leave us with open spots for guest artists, etc., etc. I think that's a pretty good compromise. But of course, I'm presenting it here for the first time, so this is the first anyone's heard of it, including Cotton.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Cotton, how do you feel about that?
Sounds fun.
Okay. Because I know that you also watch this show when you're not on it, but you've been on it for like 6 months now, so.
Cotton is 100% a regular member, no doubt.
Is this Bondo's character?
Oh yeah, that is.
I love this little arm scar that he has. Oh, he's so chibi, and he's got little tusks. He's a Captain Tusktooth. That's his new name. Captain Tusktooth.
Are you on drop pile?
No, she sent it to me on Discord.
Okay.
This needs to go in the BattleTech folder. His name is Bragg. Cool. What a nerd.
I put it in the chat so you can see it here too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yay.
So cute. Can we put them on the screen or
Yeah, sure. We can get him up there somehow.
Cotton? Cotton, you okay with that?
Oh, it's so cute.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Share with people.
That hammer's dope.
Cotton, I want to commission you to draw Rick Jackson this style.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'm
He's
glad.
already here.
I'm glad that you said that, Shep, because here's tonight's art challenge: draw one other person's character tonight,
Yet.
and you can't all draw Shep's character because for some reason, I want to point this out. Connor is constantly drawing Shep's character in every show.
I've
He drew
noticed.
Rick Jacks. He drew Dr. Leeto.
Yeah, I like how Rick Jacks came out. You guys seeing Cotton's drawing on the thing? I can't. It's not popping up.
No, I will share it with the audience directly.
Okay. All right.
Charlie's left me with a mission, by the way, to destroy Bearded.
Like someone starts without numbers character or the other character?
Starts without numbers.
Please don't destroy me.
Yeah, so, everybody pick somebody else's character to draw.
All right, we'll do.
I'm very interested. And you can't do Leto again, Connor.
Oh,
I think the only person whose character you haven't done is Debbie, right?
yeah, I haven't done Debbie, so I'll be doing Debbie. Debbie's tricky, She's got that.
I don't disagree. But I'm very curious to see how you guys see each other. And I don't normally provide these challenges because I like to let artists do what they want to, but I'm feeling very imperious today.
So can we draw what we think of when we think of the character, or
Yes.
what?
No, that one.
Because I definitely have.
Do it in your style.
I think I'm gonna take the drawing that I'm drawing right now and just make that the old Kush, so that we know it's a spoiler that he survives this battle.
I like how you're thinking.
The grumpy goblin looking dude, or
I think. I think the other guy.
Oh, that's the goblins who I think of when I think of Kush. Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
according to Connor's.
Guys, it's me, Kush.
My description.
but I'll draw it on my thing because draw probably just crashes my computer.
Sure. We'll find some way to get it shared. But who are you drawing?
I think I've drawn everybody so far, so whoever isn't being drawn, I'll draw.
Okay. Interesting. Friends, allow me to remind you, our heroes are trapped on board the Doom of Man by Derek Alritter, aka the Achievement Hunter. They boldly strode onto his ship in an attempt to perform a heist, got trapped in a room. The oxygen was being removed from that room after they tried to betray Derek with the help of their friend, the Monkey Hermes. Homo Simeon. He retreated, Derek, and in the process closed the room, removed the oxygen. The players then busted a hole in the door. The door is now 1/3 peeled back like a tin can that hasn't been fully removed. On the other side, Derek Alritter and 2 of his maids are now preparing to engage in combat. 2 more maids you've seen have gone off screen, but they're somewhere nearby. And of course, there are a pilot and a co-pilot that you've heard are on board. Now, I believe Dr. Leeto is the one who has the secure cell phone of Derek's. It's a black
the
box
pad.
cell phone. Yes. For some reason, you believe that it's capable of controlling the ship, but it's literally just his cell phone.
Yeah, that wasn't me, but yeah, I've got one.
Someone was
definitely-
continuously like, "I want to turn the ship off from here," and I'm like, "It's a cell phone. It doesn't do that."
It's a good try though.
Uh,
knows me.
Kush is, as he said, standing beside the door, ready to perform any acts of combat heroism that are necessary. Devi is directly in front of the door, and I believe trying to grab one of the guns from the maids.
Yep.
Bella is on the far side of the table, using a chair as cover, and I think she has a laser pistol out.
She has my laser pistol, yeah.
Leeto is hiding in a corner, waiting for somebody to go down so he can use their psychic powers to raise them back up.
Yeah, before I die, so I can use my powers before I die. Just once.
I think you've used them before several times. It's just
Not these,
Not take it out.
not these new super
oh,
healing.
not your new channel your psychic energy from afar to feel
I
people.
don't think you gotta use heal at all because he died first in our only combat.
Yeah, that's true.
But then he got up afterwards. I think he did some stuff. But
Yeah,
now
I might have
Of a noble individual attempting to help you, but he rarely gets credit for such actions.
Yeah.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
I'm ready to heal tonight.
fantastic, because you're gonna need to.
chance.
You
lot.
are going to need to. So, one thing we need to note before we get started is how much system strain each of your characters has. I don't know if everyone's character sheet contains this information.
Yeah, it's got it, I think.
Excellent, good. So, if you are healed using biopsionics, most biopsionics will cost 1 system strain, and if you are healed from a mortal wound, it costs 2. So once your system strain is fully fleshed out, you die. Your body is no longer able to handle the psychic energy coursing through it, and you simply are exhausted to death.
So where's that system strain live?
System strain on the character sheet is at the top near hit points, I would think. Yes, it's right next to hit points. You don't have to worry about system strain. You'll be fine. I mean,
I have 12.
if you go down, you can't heal yourself, so...
Excellent. So how much strain does everyone have potentially?
I have 12.
Most have
Okay.
between 10 and 14.
14?
But I have 13.
13.
I need to
Wow.
roll my hit points from when I leveled up.
Sure, excellent. Let's do that now. I'll remind you, you roll all of your levels at once, and
So I
if the new
roll-
result is higher,
3d6.
3d6 plus your Constitution modifier. I'm 3.
I don't remember rolling hit points in a while.
I have exactly the same amount.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I also have, well, that's less, so I'm taking what I have now.
Yeah, let me double check. Your hit points are different because you're an AI.
Oh, that's right.
Let me...
Dang it!
I was like, let's get the show started. And now it's like, let's do some math instead. So your box gives you 10 hit points or something, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone leveled up, right? Just, I guess you guys. I don't think I did.
Box gives you armor class of 15. Box. Oh no, if you force affinity with it. I don't know that you did.
I think I did take
Did
some
you?
time to.
Are you
Yeah.
committed to affinity? Because that gives you plus 10 hit points.
I believe I set aside time in one of the earlier episodes to do it.
Sure. That means constantly using one of your AI points to force affinity. Yep. Okay. Souls gain a -1. Type B power cell. Okay. So you can survive for 1 week on a Type B power cell. Interesting. So if I blow you out into space, you'll live for 1 week before shutting down.
Cool.
And then let me look up how much shit AIs get as characters. True AI PC, blah, 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 blah. Pick their AI body. You committed a point of processing to it. So you have what, 21 hit points then?
I had 18, but if I did 10...
If you have 11, it's 11 plus 10 for being committed, so you would have
21.
21.
All right, I'll change it. It's -6 is... 15
Yes, you get 1d6 at every
right
level.
now.
No constitution bonus.
Okay.
Very well, friends, countrymen, Romans, let us all roll 1d8 plus our dexterity modifier to show the level of initiative that we have for this combat.
What was I roll again? Sorry.
Yeah,
1d8 plus your dexterity modifier.
plus dex.
Okay.
Wow, you
so
better roll really well, Connor. Or
no dex modifier for me, so I got. Where'd it go?
Got
there
a
are
1.
some very low rolls from the
No.
party and very high rolls from the baddies.
Wow.
I'm not
I
really
got
sure
it
that they're
wrong.
the bad guys now. I mean, they are horrendous mind slavers.
Connor rolled full.
Wow,
9.
Connor may actually be able to pull off Operation Bounce the Grenade Back.
Bounce back. It's good that I'm a 1 because now I have time to decide who to heal. That works.
Kush, you are up first. There are 2 laser rifles being pointed through the peeled back part of the door directly at Debbie. And you can kind of see Derek standing behind these women. Now, it should be noted, they're not wearing any armor. They're wearing French-made outfits, which provide little to no coverage.
That we know of. They might be wearing something underneath, right?
It's possible, but when,
Never know.
60% of your skin is exposed, it's...
But who knows if they actually have skin? They might just be
Oh
like,
my god.
like
He's like, they
clothes.
might just be lizard people pretending to be human. I don't know, Arthur. I'm going to spend my turn waiting and analyzing enemy combat options.
How about analyzing enemy outfits?
I feel like,
That's what fake
listen,
grand orders for.
listen, Connor, I feel like you've already analyzed these outfits quite closely. I know your preference for maids, sir. It's very open among this community.
Yeah.
We know. You don't have to hide. We already know.
Your secret stays with us
Not really.
and the internet.
We will mock you ruthlessly.
Can I hold an action as a reaction in this system?
Let me see if that's a thing.
Can I look too? So
Yes.
help you maybe. I
I
have the PDF here.
control F to hold action, and such a thing does not appear. So let's look at main combat actions. You make one main action, move, act on your turn, an instant action, melee, range, snap, run, withdraw, use a skill, ready, stow, reload, defense, hold an action. So it's hold an action. A combatant may delay taking the rest of the turn until later in the round, activating it as an instant action. Thus, a hero with initiative might use their move to hold an action. Later in the round, an enemy who rushes around the corner, they may instantly elect. What would you like to hold your action for?
I mean,
Yes, Connor, I know that your goal is to live. The only person whose goal I don't have is Cotton's.
I wasn't sure if I made that my goal last week. So.
You did. It's difficulty 3.
Okay. It's still the same difficulty, even knowing the events that we've gotten into now. At the time, it was 3 last week. and
Yes,
now it's 4.
but last time, if you recall, we got set up to do the show, and I had everybody's goals, and then Cotton couldn't make it.
You're right.
That's why it's still difficulty 3, because it's still the same episode.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. Okay, so can I hold it for not just the grenade, but if they don't throw a grenade?
Oh, wow, Cotton. What an interesting goal. Wow. Wow. I'm going to assign this with difficulty 3 as well. Betray
wonder
the
what-
party and
Yeah.
join the bad guys. Cotton.
Kill everybody.
What, really? That's the goal?
No, it's not.
No.
No.
That would be a great goal, though.
Yeah, that'd be a sudden turnabout. Yeah, so can I save the for not just the grenade, but
You have to give me a triggering. And it can include the words or and. You have to tell me plainly what triggers you're using your held action.
Okay.
For instance, if someone runs around the corner, then I will shoot them.
If a grenade is thrown, or
You just can't use the word or.
I thought you just said or. Okay.
No, I said you can't use or.
Okay.
Because you're making things so complicated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm trying to cheat. I mean, obviously. I'm
I'm aware.
You're a loophole looker.
trying. Yeah.
Looking for loopholes.
Oh, Bearded, you changed your goal. Very well. It's still difficulty 3,
You got it.
which is the same as your old. Everyone's
I
suddenly
am
changing.
going to. I want to use my action if I want to do it for my benefit.
That's not how this works.
All right, I want to use it if a grenade is thrown.
Very well. I see.
Unfortunately, I'm not clever enough for anything else. Sorry, folks.
So I've got a question though. If he delays an action and that action never happens, does he still get an action at the end?
No.
No, you
Nope.
wasted it.
Okay.
Now it's in AP's hands whether he wants to just totally play me for a fool.
No, now he's going to throw 2 grenades.
Debbie, what is your armor class?
I believe it's 15.
You receive from these 2 rifles a spray of laser fire. The first one, because it's so close, goes over your shoulder. The second hits you solidly in the chest, delivering to you 6 points of damage. Some of that beautiful Gundam armor that you've draped upon yourself, your cosplay, is burned away by a trio of laser blast.
Oh, they're gonna die now.
On Derek's turn, Derek turns and begins walking away and says, "Enough of this! Do it! Use the grenades!" And then he pulls out a phone from one of these ladies. So, like, as he's walking away, he, like, snatches a phone from, like, behind one of them and gets on the phone and is just like, "All right, flip the gravity now." "Yes, of course it's me, dumbass. They have my phone. Do it." I need physical effects save from Coach Debbie, Leeto, and Bella as you all begin falling towards the ceiling.
Can I roll as that again?
It's a physical effect save, so you just hit the physical effect button at the top of your character sheet.
All right.
Physical. There it is. Ouch.
Nope. No.
Hold on. I'm so slow.
Thanks for nothing, Sweden.
Physical effects, you said?
Yes.
There's physical. All right. How'd it go? 19 versus 15?
So Roger, you managed to flip your body like a gecko and do a 3-point land. You know, you come down perfectly.
Superhero landing.
The rest of you get rocked. Let me see how much damage a gravity shift takes.
That's going to damage them too, right?
No, because they're still out in the hall.
Oh, they only did it
Focus
for
gravity?
Yeah, there's always been focused gravity. Grab, shoot, Greco anchor.
Should have focused more on that.
Yes, troll. My character's Rogr Leeto, but we always call him Leeto.
I mean, look, there's no need to undersell him. He's Dr. Rogr Leeto.
Esquire.
I'm Dr. Professor Leeto.
I mean, he's not Esquire because he's not a lawyer yet.
The lawyer of the scream.
Oops. Sorry, I'm still looking up falling damage. You'd think I'd have this ready. Falling, page 58. 1d6 for every 3 full meters. Okay, so you guys just all take... Each of you takes 5 points of damage except for Leeto. You're all now prone as well, which means you need to spend your movement in order to stand up. So all of you, you know, you get some twist involved in there, but there's a lot of falling on shoulders, on backs. There's some head damage. You know, Kush, your ready is still in effect. So you like land and then you like spring back up, doing your Doctor Strange stance, ready to intercept any incoming grenades. You hear shouting in the hall as the other 2 maids appear to be returning from shooting at Hermes. Bella, you have no cover except for a chair now. The table is on the floor because it's bolted to the floor. So all of the chairs have fallen in nearly perfect table shape on what used to be the ceiling, but for you is now the floor, and you are looking upside down at people in the corridor who appear to be standing on the ceiling.
I would like to try and to appeal to the better nature of the maids.
I see. I see. As a GM, I would like to tell you that all of these mates are, as you might suspect, under the effects of whatever neurological mind tampering that has ensured the total loyalty of everyone near Derek Allritter. It will be a difficult but not impossible role for you to attempt.
I will try it because we're in a desperate situation.
You are certainly very desperate.
Don't make me shoot you with this gun.
Tell me what you say to in 10 seconds or less to get them to betray their employer and not kill you.
I would like to say, whatever effect you're under, fight it. We can help you gain your freedom.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. I believe that you roll 3d6, keep the highest. You can re-roll. Walk me through your massive amount of bullshit that you can do.
Don't forget, you also have one re-roll that you get per event, per like chain.
I re-roll. I roll 3d6, drop the lowest, and I re-roll ones.
Fantastic. You require a 12 to pass this check. And as you are an expert, you can re-roll this entire check if you don't like the result.
I'll try it.
Very well. That is a 7. Do you not have a bonus to this? Your charisma bonus?
I don't know. I have a 1.
So that's an 8, which is not going to be enough. You, as an expert, can use your once a scene reroll to attempt this again. That is a 11, which is 1 point shy of a 12.
Dang it.
You can tell you're almost breaking through their programming. There's a slight bit of humanity that returns to them. And then they see, the rest of the part. You're very convincing, but you're not as convincing as years of neural conditioning.
Once.
Yes. If you can put a 5, if you can get a 5 or a 6 on that one.
I have 5.
My God. My God. They begin questioning. Let's be clear here. They are not going to stop killing you overall. But their grip on their rifles wavers slightly. It seems as if they're trying to figure out what situation they're in, as if they've been awake for the first time in forever. Devi.
Are any of their rifles still pointed in the door?
Yes, both of the rifles are, but they're now both wavering. They're not perfect.
Okay. Can I try to snatch with one of them?
Yes.
I do that.
Let me say this. This could be interpreted as a hostile action. Possible.
You could try being like, okay, taking the gun.
Not going
Nah,
to
bitch, get that thing out!
Can I say, please, we are not here to hurt you, and then try to take the gun away slowly?
Yeah.
I do that.
Okay, let's make this a opposed skill check. And what skill would we use here? Probably exert. Using your charisma, because you're not trying to yank it away, you're trying to sweet talk it away.
Right, because my exert is so good.
Well,
Exert is, yeah.
You need to beat a 9.
Charisma.
This is just another show where Cotton just ass pulls an incredible
you gotta
fucking
be
roll
kidding me.
out of nowhere. Are you an expert? No, you're a true AI, so you don't have rerolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to pull the gun out of her hand, and she's like, "No, no!" And let's be clear, you're standing on the on the ceiling to her, so you guys are pulling and tugging at a very weird angle. Hey, Dr. Leeto, great news. No one is dying yet. And you can't actually heal the AI.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do? You could try to heal people using your magical powers, of course.
Well, yeah. They don't get system strain just for regular healing?
They
right?
do. They get one system strain if you heal them when they are not mortally wounded.
All right. So, does anyone feel they need healing at this point?
Me.
Well, I can't heal.
Bella looks almost dead.
All right. Let's do some healing on Bella.
Are you a level 1 psychic still?
I got it. Let me check my notes. I think on the.
I don't know.
Level 2 psychic succor.
Yeah. Oh, level 2. Okay, so you get 2d6 plus 2 healing points.
All right.
Very powerful.
That's what we need right now.
All he needs to do is get a 3 on 2d6.
2d6 what?
2d6 plus 2.
All right, if just add 2.
Yep.
So here's 2d6.
Just add 2. Listen.
Yeah,
That's
so
9 points of healing, which is more than Cotton has.
Okay. And she can take it for a while. All right,
What does your remote repair look like? This is the first time we've seen you reach out. This is the first time we've seen you use your psychic succor at such a high level, and it's the first time we've seen you heal people from a distance. What are we looking at here? Do you just stand there and hum? Is there singing? Do you hold forth a symbol of some kind? Do you just close your eyes? Do you Doctor Strange?
I think let's see. So when I use the healing up close, if you recall, the hands would have an inner glow. So on this, on the distance one, so there's that inner glow, and you can see the tendrils of energy reach out to her and heal her, envelop her body, and then she feels
super
pretty
freaky.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please mark down, Miss Bella Honeywood, that you are at 1 system strain. Should that counter completely fill, you will die. Kush, no grenade has been thrown yet, but Derek did give an order to do it, and you're not quite sure what it is.
Mm-hmm. So
there could be another.
Yet?
It is now your turn. We're at the beginning of the second round.
Okay.
So Kush, maybe with your kinetics, you pull the pin out of the grenade.
Do I see a grenade?
You do not see a grenade yet.
Oh.
I don't think. Yeah.
That would be a really sick move, though. That would be incredible.
That would be really cool. Is that in the same category as I can't manipulate weapons?
I don't know that you can't manipulate. You can't manipulate people.
I can't manipulate weapons that people are holding.
Then yeah, if they're holding the grenade, then no. But if it's on their belt or something like that, like what was that, Watch Dogs or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Where you could just set off the explosives people were carrying.
Right.
Yeah.
There
are no visible grenades.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack. Yeah, I think so.
Can you damage a gun? Like, can you attack an item?
Yes. I would point out that most weapons are sturdier than people. They're made out of, material.
All right.
Humans have weak flesh.
Yeah.
That they do.
Yeah. As a human, I would know.
Go for the captain.
Is he still
the
visible?
captain is left. You physically cannot see the captain. He walked away, heading towards what you assume would be the cockpit.
What am I seeing besides the rifles that these two ladies are holding?
It's hard to see anything else, right? Like,
yeah,
the lighting in here is damaged. You're now upside down, so you're walking on top of the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
The door is only peeled 1/3 of the way down, so you are not getting a huge amount of view. So you're really just seeing two French maids with laser rifles pointed into the room.
Going through some type of PTSD.
I thought I heard him say grenades, right? He said grenades.
You might have mentioned something like that. Would you like to attempt to hold again for a grenade attack?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Both of these women reach into their cleavage and pull out grenades. You can only
Classic
reflect.
cleavage.
You can
attack.
only reflect one grenade.
One cleavage grenade.
Yeah.
What about two? Okay.
So I would like you to make a counter attack roll to their attack roll, and if you score equal or higher, you will bounce the grenade back.
Skill.
It is a shoot skill
Can I use my?
with dexterity.
Yeah. Okay. With dexterity.
Yep.
Right. Modifier. I can just enter my modifier, or is it going to ask me? Well,
I'm just rolling regularly.
no.
So this is the first grenade, the one that you're countering. Well, no, that's bad. All right.
Come on, you can't do that.
I
Do
rolled a
whatever.
1.
You said I it was the one
You
I was
did. You
countering.
succeeded.
Yeah, you got a 5.
You succeeded. Now the second grenade goes into your room.
Yeah.
And is successful. So this grenade only needs to hit an AC 10. They're throwing it at Devi. So these women are both going to. Well, let's see. You you basically see this woman throw a grenade upwards towards you, but technically it's downwards towards you from your perspective, and you badminton it back. You boop, and the other grenade like lands at your feet. And then rolls underneath Devi and explodes.
Debbie, get down or get up or
Get up.
something.
Jump.
Everyone can make an
I jump on the
evasion
grenade.
save for half damage.
I jump on the grenade.
Oh, so you're not going to attempt to evade it at all?
No.
Okay. Well, then none of you need to make an evasion save.
Oh,
Devi is just going to take the full brunt of the damage. Devi, you take 10 points of damage.
I'm down.
Bet you are. You're like, no! Your box is shattered in the process. You are reduced into defunct mode and will require a ton of restoration time in order to pull it back. Your core is intact inside it, however. If
Yeah.
you take any more damage, it could be permanently destroyed. The grenade next to them explodes, and they need to make evasion saves. They both fail, and will take 2d6 damage. They would take 10 points of damage, which normally would absolutely kill them, but they're going to use their warrior special ability to take 0 damage from this attack.
what?
That's the thing warriors can do.
What do you mean? What is that? What is
Should've
that
been
ability?
worried.
That's the warrior special ability. They can
Really?
reduce the damage of an attack to 0. You're a warrior, Connor. How do you not know this?
I'm an adventurer, bro.
Yeah, you're an adventurer partial warrior.
Yeah. I don't think I can do
All
that.
right, let me read you through it. Psychic warrior, warrior class ability. Warriors are lucky in combat. Once per scene, as an instant, you can choose to negate a successful attack roll against you or turn a miss attack roll into a successful hit. So they're both negating this attack against them. As a partial warrior, you don't get that ability. You're right. Wow, get wrecked. Yeah, both of them. You hold the grenade next to them, but they're in an empty corridor in every direction. But somehow they both duck and weave between the exploding fragments in slow motion. It's a beautiful dance of made agility. They act almost superhumanly fast to slip around the explosive and then reappear. Derek is off screen. The other two guards appear, and you could see them reaching into their cleavage to pull out more grenades.
Stop.
But they do not have enough movement to get to the door and throw them through there. So you just see them in the corridor a couple meters away.
So there's 2 more. Now we're facing 4.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bella, these maids, there's lots of maids now. They're very upset because someone tried to take their guns from them, and you know, they're
In a friendly
confused.
manner?
Well, that's questionable. It would have been more friendly if you had succeeded.
Yeah. True.
What would you like to do, Bella? Wow, is this the Bella pick right here?
Yeah.
It's nice to have something to say goodbye to.
Can I talk to them again?
Yeah, what do you... I mean, they're almost certainly not going to listen to you. What would you like to say?
It's fair, but, you know, I'm out of options. I'd like to say, look what he's done to you. We can make him pay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. You'll need a 12 again, and you don't have the reroll this time because you've already used it. If you succeed, the first two will stand down out of combat, undergoing neurological stress. They'll just be like, no, who am I? Where am I? What's happening? Revenge? Question mark?
Today? Question mark.
No.
Fuck.
But you reroll once, and there's a 1 in there, right? No. You
Oh,
only
it's-
roll 2d6, so roll an additional 1d6. Maybe you can get a 6.
Got a 1.
Well, you get to re-roll that one.
I
And that's
actually
a two.
have 4d6. 'cause
Okay,
I
well then
forgot.
roll one more d6.
But yeah, it could have been helpful earlier. I got a 5.
A 5 and a 3 plus 2 is 10, which is not a 12.
Balls.
Yeah,
Worth a shot.
there are now 4 maids milling about outside, very upset. 2 grenades are in play. Devi, you're just...
Doing
Your
my own thing.
connection to the world is limited to the fragment of yourself that you have left on the ship. Is it
Yep.
connected to anything? Or are you literally just blind here? Like, your entire essence has no connection to the outside world?
I feel like I would have wanted to be connected back into the ship like I was before.
That's so dangerous. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, your entire consciousness is now the ship, which is moored to the space station. As the ship, you detect that there is someone waiting in the airlock antechamber of your hotel room. There's a heat signature and motion vibration detection.
Can I figure out who it is?
Do you have the capability to do that?
I don't know. What do I do?
Sure. Let's make a computer's roll of some kind to
Alright,
sort
that
through a
sounds good.
database.
Like connect or...
I would say it's a no roll with intelligence.
Okay. No.
Trying to process this data.
2d6. Alright. I guess I could just press skill, huh?
Sure.
Skills. There's no. There it is. And that's with my dex. Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah, +1. Submit.
You analyze all of the factors that you can. You pick up body weight, shape, size, factors for age. You even start detecting DNA particles through the air system that connects the ship to
I'll
the
be back,
hotel.
guys. Sorry.
Okay. He's next in combat too. That's the best part. You've determined, based on this DNA, that this is Kaisuke Shadowflare. But it's Kaisuke Shadow... Sorry, what's his last name?
Skyflare.
Skyflare. This is Kaisuke Skyflare if he was about 6 inches taller and was a woman and was rocking double Ds.
Whoa.
Their DNA
Fuck,
match is
upgrade.
like 99.99%.
How may I be of service? Can I put that over the intercom?
Next round.
Okay.
Man, that's an awesome cliffhanger. If that's where we're leaving it,
I know.
and we come out alive.
I mean, listen, man, I already told you. I told you months ago that Kaisuke had a sister. And you were like, haha, good joke. And I was like, that's right, bitch. Good joke.
Gotcha.
Talk about an upgrade.
We just fake grand ordered your freaking backstory.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now I kind of don't want to draw Bella because you made it sound like she's gonna die.
We'll go ahead and do it.
That's
Don't
the
worry,
best
I
time to
think
draw.
all of you are going to die.
Nah,
So
we got
weird.
this.
You just
They're
need
like
to,
down to their last grenades.
yeah, just Babe Ruth all those grenades, dude.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, can I do like two? Can I do like a double hand slap? Like, pop out!
You can block one grenade around.
Oh, come on.
Come on, I'm letting you block grenades at all, man. You literally just exploded a grenade on a bunch of people that would have instantly killed them.
It says I could do it though.
There's
Yes, I'm saying you could do it. You just can't do it multiple times. conorhughes, you give him an inch, he wants to take a kilometer and then a second kilometer because
Yeah,
one
that's right.
kilometer isn't enough.
Hey, when there's time, I'm gonna try to rule lawyer my way through any mess.
Boo.
I've done it.
You're that guy that's like, I stabbed the book with my dagger, and the GM's like, okay, and you're like, I want to get sneak attack damage, and the GM's like, not on an object, and you're like, it has a spine, doesn't it? It is a clearly discernible anatomy.
Yeah.
And that's
If I
when
was-
you roll a 1 and critically sneak attack yourself.
You played yourself.
Yep.
That happens, by the way, in Gamers 2. If you haven't seen Gamers 2, it is a fantastic D&D live action movie done by a bunch of college students. Look it
Gamers
up.
2.
Gamers 2, yeah. And Gamers 3, Hands of Fate Extended Edition, all available on YouTube, completely free. Very good. Good actors. They're still together after almost a decade.
Damn. Impressive.
Oh man, we got Chibi Leeto on here on the RPG channel IP. If you want to, or I can try and put him up.
I know, I'll go over there and check it out. Is this Cotton's contribution?
My contribution.
To the Leeto fandom.
Oh, if I put it over the screen, you guys can't see it because I'm streaming just on the drop pile.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm sharing it with the audience in just a second. Oh man, he looks so cute right now. He's got like a little mustache and he's got glasses that don't quite cover his eyes. Oh my goodness.
So give me a couple more minutes. I know worst timing ever, but my wife's in a lot of pain, so hold on. I'll be
Okay,
back when I can.
no problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Connor,
yeah.
who's this little box character?
That's version of Devi 1.0. I'm working on a second version. Like I don't see like the person you're seeing or whatever. Whenever I see your character in my head, it's always like more like just like this innocent,
Like a Roomba?
innocent little
It's like a
character
little
running
baby
around.
Debbie.
Yeah.
hello friends, I am Devi.
Yeah, especially after your
Are
reconstruction.
you satisfied with your care?
Especially actually after your reconstruction, because basically
Yeah.
you were put together by Kush, who's like not at all anywhere near what your home world is capable of doing.
Yeah.
He is a like end of the universe like garage mechanic guy. That's his experience as far as mechanics go.
I could see Chris just putting a box as a head and like drawing a face on it.
Sharpie.
Oh, don't forget my little circle on the back for my little med guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's a Normie?
Norby.
Norby, yeah.
Roomba has evolved. Neat, it cares about your home cleanliness and more.
Yeah. This is max level Devi. That's who I drew.
Max level Devi? I haven't seen this yet. Connor is currently showing half of a screen in the middle of nowhere.
Well, see, it's because the drawing is like I think if we could
Uncentered?
if we scale it
Why don't you
down.
walk me through? Let me see what's been drawn so far.
Okay.
Who is this comb over hair, flaming mohawk? No, now I don't know who I'm looking at. What am I looking at? Upper left-hand corner, we've got a Lego with an unsmiley face. Now we've got a giant gun that says Devi. Oh, well, that's probably Devi.
Yeah. And we got Bella over here.
Oh, I like the little earrings. Such a nice touch. And whoever drew this knows how to draw eyebrows in a way that manga artists apparently don't know how to draw eyebrows. I don't know if you've ever seen them try to draw white people eyebrows. They're like blondes. Their eyebrows come out 5 inches and are made out of spikes. And I'm like, that is not what eyebrows look like, friends.
Have you seen my dad's eyebrows? They look like that.
No, I haven't seen your dad's eyebrows, Connor.
Yes, well, now you're missing out, I guess.
Is this Dr. Leeto here in the middle?
I never know.
I think so. I'm not really sure what
Or is it a I see a goblin in the lower left. Now I see some angry-looking person on the right with like their eyes have been covered over.
Allritter. This is Allritter.
This is who you think Derek Allritter looks like. Okay,
I was doing like an anime impression, version.
Yeah.
Akira Allritter.
Yeah. And then that was just a warm-up sketch in the bottom right. And then I got
just more
Roomba.
Kush drawing yourself over and over.
Yeah.
Roomba Devi? Is that what you think she looks like? Oh my god. No, I want to see that more. Show it to me again. It's so good. I love how she has dreads. Scroll down so the audience can see. They can't see those dreads.
They can't see the threads? Okay.
Oh my god. That is not remotely what she looks like.
I like how happy the little Roomba looks.
I agree.
Yeah, it's all in the eyes.
Oh my god.
It is. It's a window to the soul, I hear.
Oh boy.
For me, that's how I'm gonna imagine little baby Debbie when she's waiting to get like rebuilt. That's what she looks
Yeah,
like now.
I'm just walking around in one of those.
Sorry, I'm dying over this. So good.
It is.
So far, I think Bella's drawing is really good. Or like that.
Yeah,
That came out.
I had to scroll through the reference, but I finally found it. She's in her fancy dress and her fancy hair.
So the whole time that we've been sitting here, I left my phone open on Fate Grand Order. It's been draining my battery. Incredible rate.
I don't think it takes up that much, does it?
So actually, I passed Orleans and I'm in Septum, so I'm good for the Halloween.
You're good. You're good.
Yep.
Just so you know, Septum is generally regarded as a not so great storyline.
Yeah.
You'll have to push through it pretty hard.
Through it.
Don't worry, the one after it is great. Okeanos. Okeanos is considered the best of the first half.
What's Orleans considered?
Orleans is considered pretty good. It's all right. It really sets the stage for some of the later stuff. So here's the deal about Fate Grand Order. The guy who writes Fate, Nasu, wrote the outline for how Fate Grand Order would go. And they were like, okay, we're just going to do this smartphone game. It'll be kind of, it'll be a thing. Then it rocketed to the #1 smartphone game in Japan, and then China, Korea, and North America at some point. But halfway through the first year, when it was still just in Japan, they were like, I can't believe this is so popular. We've made $1 billion. And Nasu was like, okay, I need to come back and write full time for this because you fuckheads are literally making the worst storylines in existence. So he comes back and he writes Camelot storyline, and that's why when you hit Camelot, the writing goes from kind of like America's a little, it's not so great, and you hit Camelot and you're like, this is the best writing ever, and then you hit Babylonia and it's like, oh my god, this is the best writing ever. Then you hit the Time Temple of Solomon and then you're like, holy shit, this was amazing. Then you hit Shinjuku and you're like, okay, this is pretty, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty good. Then you hit Agartha and it's fucking awful. Agartha is terrible.
I'm not used to the style of storytelling, this like visual novel style where you just sort of see the characters pop in and out, like talk to each other. And
I know that it's very original Fate because Fate started as a visual novel.
Okay. It's funny because I'm used to like say JRPGs, right, where they do the exact same thing, but I need the kind of environments, I guess they're sort of there in the background. But when they're suddenly like, oh no, they're attacking, and like nothing else happens, it's kind of strange to me.
Yeah, it's classic visual novel.
What's great is MASH always has the standing there with the shield, mouth open, angry thing whenever she's like, we're being attacked, and I'm like, yeah, I know, MASH, I could see what you look like. That's the we're being attacked face.
Yeah, I want more faces too. Sure.
Most characters have about 8 to 10 expressions. Although Boudica has like a whole bunch of unused ones, including ones where she is weeping and sobbing and crying. And that's one of the unused ones that will break your heart looking at it. Let me go get that list for you. Gosh, some of the backstories for these characters are really, really awful. Just the worst. Awesome. They had terrible lives.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette just was totally accepting
oh
her.
My God,
situation.
Marie. Oh boy, brother. Let me tell you. I'm gonna send you the Marie
I don't feel so
Antoinette.
bad. They love me, but they hate me. But they love me because they hate me because they love me. It's like, are you in serious denial? Seems like to me anyway.
Let me go get the comic that takes place for her, Marie Antoinette, based on in the Fate Grand Order storyline, she isn't actually, well, in real life she wasn't killed by what's his name, the guillotine doctor, Charles Henri Sanson. She was killed by his son. And she stepped on his son's foot. But spoilers, it's fucking history. You should have learned this shit in like, I don't know, 7th or 8th grade when you were doing Western civilization 1800s period or whatever.
I don't know if they cover that anymore.
I was drawing in my binder.
Is that the guy you said I should get to pair with
No,
Lartoria?
No, Sanson is fucking awful.
Okay.
Merlin is who you pair with Lartoria.
Well, but there's also the bargain bin version of that same.
Hans
function.
Christian Andersen is the bargain bin.
Yeah.
Hans is great.
Okay.
William Shakespeare is also good.
Okay.
What are you talking about, Merc Drake? I haven't funneled him Adelante art, but he was like, I don't know. I don't like this Lancer Artoria altar, this full armor thing. And I sent him dozens of Lartoria altar Final Ascension art. And he was like, okay, I'm into it now. 100% into it. La altar.
Is that how you get everybody into Fate? Because I feel like that's how you did it for us.
Yep. When people announce that they have a new servant, I'm like, hey, man, you want that fan art drop, brother? You want that fan art drop? Merc Drake
opens cloak. You want that fan art?
Yeah, Merc Drake apparently not into my Adelante art bomb. That's fine. That's where we live now.
You know, you can only do so much.
You can only bring so much light to the
some people just don't like cats, I guess. Everybody wants to be a cat except people who don't.
Because cats where it's at.
Yeah, you know.
My family's more of a dog. My family's more of a dog people. I'm between. Go either way.
I feel like dog people will always say they're dog people, even if they have a cat. But cat people always say they have a cat instead of a dog. But the truth is, they're both the best.
All right, Connor.
Their own special way.
Great animals.
I've spammed up the RPG channel with a whole bunch of really sad Marie art and comics, and also sad weeping Boudica art from her unused expression sheet.
Oh, Boudica's cool. Can't hate on that red hair.
That freaking art bomb you sent me was probably the reason I started doing Fate art in the first place. Some of them were just like, okay,
yeah,
I could do that.
This is a man who he loves Christian saints like Joan d'Arc.
Mm-hmm.
You like, well, I mean, from what I can tell, you like corrupted saints, like Joan of Arc altar.
Yeah.
This final comic of Marie where she's like, if there is no bread, then I will bake it. It's so good. There's so many of these little fake Grand Order things that are always just like, here's some super cute bullshit. And I'm like, that's it. That is how historically the situation would have gone down.
Yep.
Really?
What do you got to say about that, Connor?
I'm not going to say anything. That's why I stayed silent. For once in my life, I stayed silent about things. I wish. I mean, can we not like scale down the view window of the thing so that people can see more of the screen at once?
They're seeing as much as I can let them see. It's like 75% of the screen.
I'm looking at your stream. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so you are into it, Merc Drake. Well, let me know next time you get a new servant, as long as it's not Wu Zetian. Fuck that bitch. Hate
I
it.
have no files for her.
She's fucking awful. I mean, there's some servants I refuse to keep art of because their design is terrible. Listen, let me tell you something. Wu Zetian is the only female emperor of China. She is a total badass. People were like, I don't know who we're gonna make emperor. Everyone keeps dying, and Wu Zetian's like, it's me. I'm the emperor now. And everyone's like, ha ha ha, a woman can't be emperor. And she's like, oh god, it must be really hard to talk without a tongue or a throat.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. She just takes over the kingdom. And they're like, you should marry. And she's like, I could do that. Or I could encase you in solid iron.
Guess which one she chose.
You don't mess with Empress Dowagers.
She's not an Empress Dowager. She's the
not?
Empress.
Well, I thought okay, but at some point she probably wasn't Dowager before, right?
I don't recall. All I know is that she was a total badass, and everyone that tried to oppose her was killed. Anyone that was like, ha ha ha, women. She was like, yeah, women, am I right? Ah, man, must be really hard to bleed without any blood left in your body.
Like a much worse version of the Kill Bill scene where they
Kill Bill.
like, but you're not Japanese, and she was like, okay, you don't have a head. How about that?
Oh yeah, the sword fighting scene against the Crazy 88s. You know, Rob.
No, when they had the
Hi guys.
Hey,
oh hey Rob.
Welcome
everyone
back.
okay?
Yeah, you good?
She's okay now. The short story is she hurt her knee, and we have no clue when or where. It might have been when she was just sitting down yesterday, and then right now it's like spasming. She was pretty much to tears.
I mean, I twisted my knee about a year and a half ago, and it didn't start hurting for several weeks. And the doctor said that's pretty normal, so she could have hurt it anytime over a long period.
Yeah, and she does do ice skating, and she was practicing these spins and stuff, so it's always possible she messed it up.
You absolutely need to see a doctor as soon as possible. Get some imaging done. Well, it's your turn, Dr. Leeto.
What the hell's going on now? All right.
Kush just deflected a grenade.
Okay. I remember what I was going to do anyway. So I've got that pad in my hand, right?
You do. You have a cell phone. Secure cell phone.
I want to try to call up the captain once again, and I'm going to tell him, hey, the rogue AI is down. Everything is back into order if you let it be.
Ooh. Oh boy. This is an interesting play. So you believe from your point of view that this was entirely caused by Devi, and that you think that if you guys stop shooting for a bit, maybe he won't kill all of you.
I that's not what I believe. I'm for my team, but since the events have unfolded the way they have, I'm trying to see if we can convince the captain of this scenario.
All right. This is how it plays out. You place a call to the ship from the secure cell phone. The co-pilot answers just like, "Who is this? You're not Derek Allritter."
Go, no, I'm not Allritter. I'm one of the guys that are in this room. And there's been a huge misunderstanding instigated by a rogue AI, but that rogue AI is now down.
So you hear Derek like coming bustling into the room, and he's just like, "Is that Dr. Leeto? Put him on the overhead speaker. You son of a bitch! I can't believe you would betray me like this. I was willing to give you everything that you wanted."
Captain, if you are an open-minded person, as I think you are, because obviously...
So you have to stop, because you only have 10 seconds of talking time.
Okay. So, Captain, there's been a misunderstanding...
No, this is it. This was your 10 seconds.
Well, okay.
We'll continue the conversation in the next round. You've opened a dialogue.
Okay.
Kush, what would you like to do? Deflect some more grenades?
Yeah, I think I'm going to deflect some more grenades.
Okay.
Yo.
Guard pair 1, pick their weapons back up. point them through and go to fire at Kush.
Really? They can do that around the corner? I'm like flat against that wall. Okay.
Flat against the wall? You're on the ceiling.
Well, yeah, but
You fell.
but we got up.
Okay,
Right.
that's true. I will allow that very well. Instead, they will shoot the person that they can see, which is Bella.
Oh no. Whoops.
It's a good thing that no one has a goal like save Bella or anything. Keep the entire crew alive. Bella, what is your armor class?
I think it's an 11, but my roll 20 just shut down.
That's fine. 11 sounds about right. So, you get hit with a triple blast of lasers. You take 4 points of damage.
Wow.
The other set of lasers just goes all around you, like hits the chair. It's difficult to say whether this woman was aiming at all. Derek answers you, Dr. Leeto, and says, "What are you calling me for? What is all of this? Put your weapons down right now, and your physical bodies may survive this conflict. What happens to your minds afterwards is negotiable."
Look, we can ruin our minds now, but we need to stand down because the rogue AI is now pretty much destroyed. It
You
was
brought
the
a rogue
that
AI
attacked-
onto my ship.
Look, our AI usually is well mannered, but it was you can't deny it was the AI that attacked you. The rest of us didn't attack you. So now that the AI is down,
I'll buy that.
let's do a ceasefire.
Let's make a roll, Dr. Rogr Leeto. You will need a 9 on a talk check using your charisma.
Talk is so there's no bonuses, but it's a -1, right? Because I don't have
Wow.
anything on it.
Wow.
That's pretty. So what dice do I roll?
2d6 -1.
Okay.
You got a 9.
Really?
I
Wow.
did get 9.
Inc-
That's what I needed.
All of these talking characters and their incredible fucking roles. Could you guys just stop? Could you stop? All right,
All I
so
want to do is kill you.
he says, "Lay your weapons down, and my people will take you into custody while we get this sorted out."
I also have a counter proposal. We'll lay our weapons down. You don't harm my crew. I still want to have a conversation with you about the future and, future discoveries we could possibly
No
have.
negotiation from this point. Weapons down, or you die.
All right, so I'm going to look at Kush and Bella. What do you guys think?
So, on their turn, the two guard pairs have pulled out grenades. But Kush can't see that because he's flat against the wall and can't see around the corner, apparently. They do not throw the grenades. They're holding them. They're ready to pull the pin and throw them. The guards are all receiving orders through an earpiece. You can see them, looking questioningly. Bella,
Now,
you've heard
could
the
they-
entire conversation from Dr. Leto's end, and now he's
Excellent.
looking at you.
Did I hear the other guys?
No.
Do I have time to continue communicating or no?
No, we've used our whole...
Okay.
We went way
Okay.
past 10 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
But what was the last thing he said to Leeto said? Because I'm trying to figure out what exactly I heard.
It was, yeah, I think the last thing I said was, if you allow my friends to survive unharmed, that's literally the last thing you probably heard from me.
Did you say anything about putting our weapons down?
I had mentioned that we could do a ceasefire, and you would have heard me saying, we could do a ceasefire, but you wouldn't have heard the results of that question.
Yeah. She kind of lowers her weapon and then looks at Kush like she's confused.
What do you say? Or is it? It's not our turn yet, right?
I mean, she's past her turn, so it's now Devi. Devi, what would you like to do? You've discovered Kaisuke Skyflare, the female Kaisuke Skyflare who's taller and probably way more handsome, but also prettier, smarter, more well liked.
Are you Kaisuke?
The voice responds and says, "Administrative override KS09, authorization beta 1, shut down immediately." Devi, I need you to make a mental effect save.
Mental effects.
What's going on here?
Your consciousness for the first time in your entire life completely shuts down. You enter into something like sleep mode.
What? You got a robot assassin, or bounty hunter.
Leeto, it's your turn. You spent most of it talking, but you could perform a physical action during this time, if you would like.
Well, physical is talking, right?
No. So I included as part of Derek's turn your conversation.
Okay.
Right, so your conversation part of this has already taken place, but I don't know if there was anything physical you wanted to do, like pointing to Bella and being like, "Put it down," or something like that.
I think I would like to do that to Bella and Kush and say, you know, I'll use both hands to say, lower your weapons. But, you know, can't say it, of course. But I'll try to.
But you can gesture it, certainly.
Yeah,
I'll
gesture
everyone
it.
would understand.
Yeah. So I'll hold up my weapon because I did have that, and I'll tell them, I'll gesture, point at them, and I'll put my weapon down.
See.
So it looks like I'll put on that table, the corner of the table.
Very well. Well, I want to remind you, you're on the ceiling, and the table is bolted to the floor.
All right, I'll put it on the ceiling because the gravity's still off.
Well, shortly that might change, but we'll see. Next person in line, it is Kush. What would you like to do? There's a lot of confusion, weapons. You haven't been shot again yet. No grenades have come through yet.
Did I hear that the grenades coming out of the jackets or anything
Jackets? Good sir, they came from out of cleavage. Can you tell me the noise that a cleavage grenade makes?
like that?
Nature's jacket.
Okay, this is not anime. There's no incredibly loud boing noise.
Okay, depending on the kind of grenade, something might clink, like a pin might clink in it.
They haven't launched the grenade, to be clear.
Giggity.
What's going on here, folks?
Yeah, Kush can initiate a conversation with his action, right?
Yes, you got 10 seconds of conversation time.
Yeah, so I shouted that out.
One of the maids says, "Put your weapons down and you won't be harmed yet."
I don't have any weapons.
Then stop fighting back.
We're not fighting. We're just defending ourselves.
That I want to, out of character, I want to point out that literally is fighting back. Like, we're just defending ourselves. We're not fighting back.
I don't think that's the same thing. No, I don't think that's the same thing.
Okay.
Here in this situation,
Explain to me the difference between fighting back and defending yourself.
Here in this situation, they are trying to kill us. We haven't made any offending attempts at them.
Are you sure? That is completely different from what I remember having happened.
So far, we've tried to grab their weapon, which
I'm pretty sure Debbie's the only one who actually attacked.
Yes.
Debbie tried to cut off the captain's arm.
okay. Well, he's the rogue. That's the rogue robot. All right.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. The rogue AI. I love this storyline.
that's the rogue AI. Folks.
You're throwing Debbie under a bus. The bus is also Debbie.
So okay, our arms are grabbed. I mean, in the case of the grenade, that was blocking. So if they didn't like try and throw the grenade,
Look,
nothing would
you
happen.
could be really semantic here, Connor, but they're yelling at you to stop fighting and put your weapons down.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I made the response, but we're just defending ourselves, and I don't have any weapons. So
They have nothing to add to that. They've told you what they want you to do.
okay,
They
well,
can't see you, so they don't know that you don't have any weapons.
All right, and then Leeto, what's going on here?
Look, it's tenuous, but if we do a ceasefire, we might survive this. I can't guarantee anything. It's very tenuous at this point.
So let me double check with all of you. Are you all putting weapons down and not fighting back? No one's going to be like, surprise, Arthur! I actually pull all the grenade pins with my psychic powers.
I mean, I'm not saying that I won't do that.
Trying to figure out whether we can exit combat and do a more fluid dialogue here. Connor.
All options are available.
I did put down my weapon on my turn.
Understood.
And I think
Okay.
Leeto and I were the only ones with weapons. So they were both down.
So they begin trying to open the door, but of course the door is damaged now. So it only opens about halfway. Plus, with how peeled it is, there's enough space for one person to kind of push through. So all the maids are out there. There's 2 grenades that are being held in hand. There's 2 laser rifles that are being held in hand. And they say, one at a time, come out here, hands behind your head, then get down on the floor face down.
All right, I walk out first.
Okay? Hands behind your head.
Calmly.
Do you get on the floor?
Yeah,
They
I
handcuff
follow
you.
the instructions. Yeah.
They reach into their cleavage and pull out a set of handcuffs and cuff you behind your head.
Okay.
They will do that for each of you if you all follow instructions.
I follow Kush.
Let's go for it.
And as the 3 of you are being led at gunpoint, hands handcuffed behind your head, that is the last we will hear of our party for some time.
No. Y'all just left me in that room by myself.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
Savage.
you're also on the ship, and now you're shut down on the ship.
It's literally
Yeah.
the only way you would survive the situation is if we declare you a rogue AI, because otherwise he's totally going to take you and.
Whatever makes you sleep at night, Connor.
Yeah.
I didn't make that. I didn't make that call. I'm just saying that it is true.
So, Cotton, please take 3 XP. Connor, take 3 XP. Bearded, take 3 XP.
Yeah.
Wow, all you guys met your goals?
Yes.
Fantastic. What were your goals?
Live.
Live?
Keep Kush
That's a
alive.
good goal.
Protect
That's a
Bella.
good goal.
Yeah, Devi.
All right.
Devi, I want to award you an extra experience point for Protect Bella, because you were just like,
you went on a
I
grenade.
will. You died for her, so you died for her sins. Oh, Devi returns as Devi L, Dev L. I like that. The new chassis.
That is the greatest idea
Oh my god. Yeah, she spends all of season 2 like, fuck you, Kush. I know that you're the one that betrayed me.
Again.
I sense within you, Kush, the spirit of my old master, Kaisuke.
Yeah.
You didn't betray him.
Then they spend all of season 2 having a really rivalry relationship until it comes to a head. And the season 2 starts with that numbers finale. We're gonna go on break a little early here, guys.
Oh, man.
When we come back, we're gonna talk about the West Marches, which means I need to get a whole new folder open to do West Marches book. Go ahead and do that. I have it on the tabletop. Indeed, 5e.
Does Leeto get any XP, like even 1 point or anything?
I will give you 2 points. And
I'll
the whole
take it.
group, I forgot, the whole group also gets an additional experience point because
Oh, fuck.
you all completed the ship's goal, which was everybody don't die. And technically none of you are dead yet.
Nailed it.
In Devi's case, that's very technical.
No.
Incredibly technical.
Very technical thing.
I'm
Anyway.
in the cloud, bro.
Yeah. You're as in the cloud as an AI can be right now. Asleep.
So just to be clear, do I have 2 points or 3 points or what?
3. You have 3 total experience points.
Okay.
I have 8 XP now.
I've got 8.
I have 8.
6. Level
That's
6.
11.
Damn.
Some of you may be looking at level ups.
Yeah, I got a level up.
I don't know whether you want to perform that now or simply wait until if and when we return to this. That is your choice. Friends, we'll be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. where we will plan out our, let's call it season 2.5, because when we return to the full regular D&D with Mick, that will be the start of season 3. So let's call this season 2.5, which will only last for about 2 months. 9 weeks. Maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully longer.
Well, no, hopefully we go back to the original storyline, because I spent months working on it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward
Oh
to it.
yeah.
And we were right in the middle of a big fight. You guys were about to fight a fire elemental in the lava caverns.
Oh, it's a fire elemental.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember as a little beast of fire, and it showed up and it was like doing martial arts
I
moves?
remember him there. I didn't
Yeah.
remember.
No,
clearly
it
he
came
was
to you in a
fire.
dream, right? It came to
Yeah.
you in a dream and was like showing you martial arts moves, and now you've encountered it in okay. We'll be back for the second half soon. Stick
dope.
around.
It's gonna be
guys.
awesome.